Hey guys, how y'all doing? Carrie here. Today is just a quick update on where I'm at. Today's our last day at this motel. I'm pretty happy about that. We have all that whole big old pile of stuff is moved already, so yay, we're out of here. There's a lot of stuff that we're gonna have to do to this trailer to fix it up. It's a fixer-upper, but I mean it's affordable, and it's really like what we need right now because I mean we really couldn't afford any deposit for anything having to stay here. So we were like just kind of putting all of our eggs in one basket with this. But we moved most of our stuff in there yesterday, so that's where we're at. Okay, so the reason I'm kind of propping my laptop up on my lap, like it's funny, here. So I'm gonna try to keep it as still as possible. But yeah. I didn't do anything to my hair. I mean, it's just kind of like I don't really give a shit kind of time in my life. So yeah, this is me. Hi. Okay, so this video is just gonna be like an update, like with my addictions. The addictions that I've had. And I'm really coming to terms with all of the addictions that I've had and realizing finally what all has been addictions in my life. Realizing why I've had those addictions in the first place through all of this emotional clearing that I'm doing. Which I'm taking a break from that right now because I've done so much. I've used the formula of compassion so much. And I really have been rushing myself to get through it all and not really taking much time in between to integrate what I'm revealing, what I'm learning about my life and about myself, about others. I just, I have the tendency to be very, very hard on myself. So, yeah. Okay, so I have addictions to men. I have an addiction to drugs and alcohol. Right now I'm drinking a cup of coffee, so you could say I'm addicted to nicotine and caffeine. I still haven't smoked a cigarette though. I've pretty much got most of that under control. Like I'm not drinking flies. I'm not drinking, I'm not smoking, I'm not doing drugs anymore. This fly keeps landing on me. I'm trying to keep this laptop still here. Okay, so I wish I could prop it up on something real quick, but that might be kind of disturbing to watch. Okay. This isn't going to take very long. I just kind of wanted to give like this aha moment, like I had this epiphany. And I realized that I was down to because in my last video I was like, well, what do I have left? I have food. Okay, so I made that. I don't know if you okay, I can't just sit here and like let a fly crawl on me. I can't. Okay. Stop it. Damn it. Okay, what was I saying? So in my last video I said that, that's the only thing that I really have left is the food, and that I've been eating a lot. Well, that's true. Like I have, and I think it was that night after I made that video that John came back from work and I was like, let's go to Fuzzy's Tacos tonight. And so we did. I mean, and I didn't realize how expensive it was going to be. We ended up spending like $30, but that's beside the point. I went to the bathroom to wash my hands, and when I came out, you know, like there's some moments in your life, if you're really aware, depending on how aware you are, how awake you are, you'll see certain things, and they could be literal signs, and you'll read it, and you'll have a moment of clarity. You'll just know, okay, I was meant to see this sign, and you'll know, you'll have like this feeling of assurance, of confirmation. You'll just feel a certain surge of energy, and you'll know that message is meant for you, and it's given to you by your soul and your guides. You were meant to see it. Okay, that happened to me when I came out of the bathroom at Fuzzy's Tacos, and there was this thing on this sign on the trash can, and it said, "Welcome to your new addiction." And I kind of stopped in my tracks for a moment, and I kind of rolled my eyes, you know, and I was like, oh, damn. And I knew, I was like, shit, because I had just made that video talking about my addictions, and I knew I shouldn't be eating this fast food like this, and we shouldn't be there. It was like 9 o'clock at night, and we're eating like heavy. I mean, and I ordered 3 brisket tacos and like beans and rice and guacamole and like the whole thing, you know, and I'm already like weighing the most that I've ever weighed, like aside from when I was on, like when I started taking the medication, like they forced me to take medication when I went to the hospital. Like they tranquilized me and forced me to take it. But then when I kind of came to, like they gave me the pills. I willingly took them because I thought I needed them, but man, I gained a lot of weight. Let me adjust this. Yeah, so I mean, I like ballooned up to like 180 pounds, and I'm really tall, so I can kind of like carry it well. I know, it's silly. I'm really easily amused. Carry it well. Yeah, it doesn't really, I mean, it doesn't really look horrible on me when I'm bigger, but I mean, I'm not used to that. Like I was always the skinny one, you know, like they used to call me Gumby and shit in school, Beanstalk. I mean, I mean, that's cruel. I mean, you should never make fun of somebody for their size, whether they're big or small. You shouldn't talk about people's size, but yeah, I just was never used to that, and so that really kind of brought it home for me. Like, I am addicted to food now, and I recently had a friend. She's the one that when I first moved, if you watch my videos, you've seen, you've heard this before, but when I first started smoking, I was 12 years old. And I had always hated cigarettes, but like I guess all of this trauma and like soul loss had happened to me by the time the divorce happened and we moved. The first day I was at my new place in a big city, which I wasn't used to, and I felt so insecure about myself. Like I've always felt that way, like had a hole inside of me. And there was this really pretty blonde girl that was a year older than me, and I thought she was so cool. She was my cousin's friend. And she had a pack of Marlboro Reds, and she pulled them out, and she asked me if I wanted one, and I was like, yeah, sure. But I'd always hated cigarettes, and I started smoking then. Well, I'm 38. She was, I believe, 39. She just died recently, like 3-4 months ago, died of a heart attack. And I'm like, holy shit, And I'm already left with, like, like a little bit of a state of fear, because I mean, I'm trying to battle my fears here. I'm walking through the flames, but I can't help but be a little bit alarmed knowing my mother died when when she was 37. Okay, and this girl, my friend, was 39. Here I am right in between that, and I'm just like, holy shit, I've got to make some changes, like, fast. Or that's going to be me. And then I've noticed, being like, the last time I went to Burger King, it's inside the Walmart here. And I had seen like hint on a license plate or clue, one of the two. And whenever I try not to look at them all, like every one, and then be like, oh yeah, there's one that means something to me. But I'll just like, glance and see one. I'm like, okay, what am I looking at here? Well, we were eating this food, like this greasy burgers and fries. And this lady that was in the line just collapsed out of nowhere, and the ambulance had to come get her, and I'm just like, holy crap. And then the next time I was at the Walmart, we were thinking about going to get ice cream before that, and I was like, no, better not. And then there was an ambulance outside again. I was like, holy crap, okay, I've got to stop this. So that's where I'm at. Welcome to my new addiction. At least I'm able to recognize it for what it is, because you can't change something unless you know that there's something going on, and even like 2 years ago, I remember like I was driving to a specific place, and I kept seeing this sign that said food something anonymous, like food addiction anonymous or something like that. It was a meeting for people with food addictions, and I thought about, what if I was to go to that? And then I immediately felt afraid and was deterred because of the thought, well, what if these people are like bigger people and they look at me and judge me? And so I didn't go. And I at the time I was a vegan, and I was like having this addiction to sugar. But I didn't go to those meetings because I was worried what other people were going to think of me. So, yeah. So maybe that's part of the reason why I have the addiction in the first place, is because I'm so worried that I'm not going to, what are other people going to think of me? And that just, well, why am I thinking that? It's because what do I think of me? I have a hole inside that I'm like filling with food at this point. So anyway, so that's where I'm at. Sorry this video is so shaky. I'm doing my best to keep this shit still, but I'm human right now. So anyway, if you guys have any comments or anything you want to add, or ask or anything, let me know. And I'm going to turn this off and start packing and getting ready to get the hell out of here. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye.